passes.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll find his tight end, Seals-Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These two teams, the Jags and Giants, 2 lowest scoring teams in the NFL last year in 2021. The Jags, 14.9 points a game. Giants only slightly better, 15.2. Now, by comparison, you think about the Cowboys, they led the league 31.2 points per game. So more than both of these two clubs combined. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Again, it's Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. He's got room past the 30, and he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gault. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Now, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
K'Lavon Chaisson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Off play action, Jones. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be caught. It's Toney. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, 44 yards. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Jones now throwing to start the drive. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Hey, hold it. Hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Still going. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, lock it. Hey,
they'll run with Robinson. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Robinson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will add to their 4th quarter lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They begin with a run by Barkley. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones going right side. He finds Slayton. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Operating from the gun. Jones. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This a big play from both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Giants! Ricky Seals-Jones, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
80 weapons. Fire.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence complete to Chenault. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kayvon Thibodeau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. Hey, exit. Fire.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Let's go. Hey, Delta. Grayson, pass.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
I'm ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And they're able to spike it in time. And they are in range for a field goal that could win this football game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Hey, team six, team six. Hey, Charlie!
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Gotta punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's Logan Cook now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Throwing, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Lawrence to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So often in overtime, Charles, games are won or lost on one big play. That might have been that big play right there.
And the ability to execute it despite the stakes, because let's face it, we've been there before. We've seen guys, maybe they hyperventilate a little bit when it's their opportunity. Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But, boy, how bad do you feel for him? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.